giving me hope, and giving a hope to entire India.
So this kind of grew in me, this feeling of wanting to do something grew in me. And then it came out through Satyamev Jayate. Because finally, I think at that time when I came into the film industry, there was no television also. There was Doordarshan, and now television is so strong. There are so many channels. Star Network has got such a big reach. So it kind of came together somehow. The timing was right. I was mature enough as a person. I had seen life to a certain degree. I was ready for it. Importantly, Satya, his wife Swati and Lancy, the three of them, had been working in the social sector for 25 years. They'd been journalists, they'd been working in the social sector. Satya became a lawyer eventually. The work that they had been doing for 25 years, without that work, you cannot do Satyamev Jayate, if you know what I'm trying to say. So, it kind of came, होता ना वो eclipse के time पे वो sun, moon और earth वो एक line में आते हैं.
Timing,
सब timing था. So it happened, it happened. But it was something that was growing in me for many years. It was growing in me for many years. It finally culminated
in Satyamev
Jayate. And I have to say that that's one of the things that has given me the most satisfaction. I've done films which have been extremely popular. I've done films which have been huge successes. But strangely, today wherever I go, and I have big successes as recently as Dhoom 3, people are only interested in Satyamev Jayate. Wherever I go, they're only interested in Satyamev Jayate. I'm saying remote places. I land up in Jhunjhunu, which is a small place in Rajasthan, and the media that meets me there is only asking me about Satyamev Jayate.
This is giving me hope, and giving a hope to entire India. That is fabulous.
It makes me so happy. It makes me so happy that. And a lot of times people ask me, why do you do it, or what is it that you get out of doing this? And Swati was asked this question. In fact, you were there at the function in Ahmednagar, when we went for the inauguration of Snehalaya. By the way, you guys, all of India had contributed to one of our shows on a female feticide. I wanted to know that the money that you all contributed went into making up a huge building in a place called Snehalaya, which is called the Satyamev Jayate Bhavan, which is for all the women who are thrown out on the streets. Any woman who needs shelter can go and stay there. A lot of kids who are thrown, usually girl childs, thrown in the garbage, they are picked up by Snehalaya and they're looked after. And so they have a place, a shelter. It's called Satyamev Jayate Bhavan. That's what they called it finally. So there Swati was asked this question, that why are you doing this? And she said, when you've helped someone, it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling to do something for somebody. But that's not why I'm doing it. I'm not doing it to help anyone. I'm doing it because it makes me happy. I'm doing it because I know no other way to live my life. This is the only way I know to live my life. I don't know how else to live my life. And that was her answer. And I completely agreed with that. It resonated with me. What she said really resonated with me. That, why am I doing Satyamev Jayate? It's because I feel like it's what it's coming out of me. That's why I'm doing it. And I think that, you guys are really young, and I think that if there is any way that you can move towards work which helps our society, our nation, in nation building, there's so much to do, there's so much to do. Huge amount of satisfaction and happiness you feel inside you.
Super. My question to you is, Abhijit, is that, I always say that I'm a socialist by heart and a capitalist by mind, because I believe you can't remain in isolation of each other. And therefore, I've had the opportunity to meet a lot of chairmen, managing directors of companies over the last 10 years, and I have seen you always talking about this part of your business rather than your core business, which is very interesting because business for everybody knows, is actually a social phenomenon itself. Now, YIN is something which is a great initiative. Tell me, how did this go about? What was your eureka moment? And chief inspirator as Aamir Khan, how did this decision come together?
Guys, look at him. look at what he's saying. Would there be any other person who would have inspired you more for something like YIN? It's a no-brainer. If it weren't for Amir, I was very clear with my team that we won't call anyone, because I don't think there's anyone. I mean, look at him. Do you realize his inspiration was Satya? And what Satya was doing? And I think we all have our Satyas.